Now when you have had it installed, this is Fspy. This is the entire software right here. We need to drop an image into it. It says drop an image or project here. So we shot our video, but it's a stable one, so the camera is not shaking. That means the position of the camera stays constant throughout the entire video. So we need to take a screenshot at some point where we would like to place our product, our object into the scene. So this is our background video. Now there are two ways to do this. You can either just take a screenshot using your normal print screen screenshot on your PC and just drag around here. This can work too, but you might not get the exact resolution. If it's an unserious project, I can do something like this, but most of the time when I'm working on serious stuff, I usually take the video into DaVinci Resolve and take the screenshot there, knowing that it's going to be exactly the correct resolution. So if you don't want to download DaVinci Resolve, that's fine. You can do the normal screenshots, or if you don't have DaVinci Resolve, cool. But if you're interested in using DaVinci Resolve and following this exact way, then you can download it. It's easy to install and it's free. So what I do is to drop the video in DaVinci Resolve. This is it right here. Now double click it. Then first go to your file and settings and make sure you click use vertical resolution. So it's a vertical timeline. Then find the exact spot you would like to screenshot. Let's say somewhere around here. Then go to file, export, current frame as still, then export. This will give you a screenshot of the image. You can also use this normal screenshot like I said, but then this is just exactly the size you want. So now that we have our screenshot, let's just go to Fspy and drop this here. Now this is Fspy. You know, we have installed it and opened it. So in Fspy, what you pretty much do is to align the axis, align the X, the Y, or the Z. So you have two axes that you can align. So remember, your X is say left to right, your Y is front to back, and your Z is top to bottom, or up and down. So this is our image. It's not clear right now, so make sure you uncheck dim image. So uncheck this, and then remember your Z is the vertical line, and your X is this way and your Y is this way. So let's say the length of the road is our Y. To use Fspy, when you are looking at your image, you just need to find two axes that you can use. For example, if I line up with this building up here, along this line, that is a Z axis. I could use Z axis. And if I line along the road, I could use Y axis. But I don't want to do that. I want to use the road line, that is this line, and I want to use this marking, which is perpendicular to the road. So this will be my Y and this will be my X. So you can see number of vanishing points. We have 2 selected. So the vanishing points could be X or Y, or X or Z, or Y or Z, any combination, but you need 2 of them. So we are going to use X and Y. So let's take, we have 2 lines here, 1 Y, 1 X, 1 Y, 1 X. So let's take the X and let's line it up with this right here, this marking on the road, this white marking, just here. I would have used the building, I would have used Z here and Y here if what I was doing had to do with the building, but it has to do with the road here. That's what I'm using here. So yeah, another tip is you can hold shift to zoom in so you can see exactly where to place your point. So you are trying to draw a line with this X axis. So let's pick the outer edge and do the same thing here. Select it, shift, pick the outer edge, or let's pick the inner edge. Let's pick the inner edge here and here, the inner edge here. Then do the same thing with this guy, the second X. Bring this one here on the other side, bring this one here on this side. Yeah, so it's aligning with the road here. Now for the Y, let's bring this one here on this side, and bring this other side on this side, just at the edge of the road. And for the other one, bring this one at this side, at the edge, and bring this other one. Just make sure it lines up. Just make sure you have a straight line on this pavement here. So you don't need to mark it anywhere here, but just make sure this line is straight here. Yeah, that is following along the line. Yeah, I think it's accurate. So you can see this is what you're trying to get. You're trying to make these things show. You are trying to make all these details here show. and you are trying to make this gizmo, this XYZ show. If we just save it like this and take to Blender, our origin point would be up here, but we want our origin point to be at the floor. This is where we want, just drag this XYZ. I recently just learned this and put it on the floor here. So this would be the origin point. So whenever we add stuff, add new objects, they can add in the middle on the floor there. So when we have this, you can see this is the XYZ and our Y is following the road. It's lining up exactly with the road. Look at our X is lining up with these markings here. And there are a lot of ways to use this Fspy software, but this is like the easiest way to line things up. Just find the X. For example, if we're putting something on the building, I could use this as my Y along the building, and I can use this as my Z. So Y and Z. So you just need two of the vanishing point axis. Now that we have this, just hit Ctrl S, and let's save this as Fspy lesson.